Good morning, Malcolm, Felipe, Fernanda, Matias, and Nicolas. How are you today?
Good morning, Miss. Fine, thanks. And you?
I am fine. I am fine, thank you. Hello,
Good morning.
Joaquin. Good morning.
Hello, Miss. Good morning.
Good morning, Joaquin.
Morning, Miss.
Good morning. I am waiting for more students to connect. Okay, so today is Friday. Yes, are you going to do anything tonight? Are you going to see your friends, or are you not? You're still in quarantine in the places that you live? Matias, what are you going to do tonight? Anything special because it's Friday?
No, we stay home.
Stay home. And Malcolm, Nico, you're still in quarantine? What step are you face? Yeah, I am.
Second step, but I just play video games tonight. That's my plans.
Okay.
I'm going to say the same
You're
of
going
Malcolm.
to do the same thing, stay home, okay. Felipe, how are you?
Hi.
Yeah, you have to be patient. Everything is going to happen soon, to finish soon, and we will meet again and see each other. But I don't think this is going to be next year. I think it's going to be next year. Next year, I think we can have, some in-person classes, face-to-face classes. It's so dangerous now. And not only for you guys, it's more dangerous for adults or for older people, And most teachers at Federico Santa Maria are old, aren't they?
Yes.
So they can
That
get
is a fact.
they can get sick and goodbye. So it's dangerous for teachers too, and also for me, guys. I don't want to get, COVID. Okay, so let's see. You have some homework for today. Let's be working now. Let me see here. You have pages 48 and 49. Pages 48 and 49.
That was for the 23, Miss.
So no homework for today?
No.
No,
What day is today?
25.
25.
Oh my gosh, I was doing something totally different. Well, yeah, last class, then I am kind of lost, because I have so many classes, that. So no homework for today, thank you. So last class, we saw a video about the vocabulary of the cities, right? And you learned some new vocabulary. And we also saw this video about, these people that were, they were, thieves. They stole his cell phone and something else from his purse. And also last class, we began seeing, the vocabulary about directions. Go along the road. Yes, it's on the left, on the right, it's on the corner. Go straight. Take the first turning on the left. You learn the word roundabout. And we practice some conversations giving instructions. Go straight ahead, turn right, keep going straight. Remember I told you that you use keep going and not continue. Continue is too literal. And cross the street, And today, somebody's writing in the chat. Rodrigo, good morning. Okay, thank you. So today we're going to start, working with the questions, yes? So, first of all, we are going to see this conversation. Okay, we're going to, Okay, here we go. We have a conversation that takes place in a hotel. And here we have Mark, this is Mark, asked for some advice at his hotel reception. So this girl gives him some advice.
Good morning. I need a little help if you don't mind.
Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
Well, could you tell me where the nearest bank is? I need to change some money.
Bank, yes, there is one just across the road, right opposite, in fact. Anything else?
Do you know what time it opens?
It opens at 9, so it's already open.
Thanks, great. I better get across now then. One last thing. Can you tell me when the restaurant stops serving breakfast? I haven't eaten yet.
Breakfast stops at 10, but you can still order other food in the restaurant anytime.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. I better get going.
You're welcome. Have a good day, sir.
Okay, so please, Javier Muñoz, you are Mark, and a lady here. Nobody is with the camera on. Alexandra, Catalina, Fernanda. Fernanda Santis, please. You are the receptionist. Give me this conversation again, please.
Good morning. I need a little help if you... I don't know. Good morning. I need a little help if you don't mind.
Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
Well, could you tell me where the nearest bank is? I need to change some money.
A bank. Yes, there is one just across the road, right opposite, in fact. Anything else?
Do you know what time it opens?
It opens at 9, so it's already open.
Thanks, great. I better get across now then. Oh, one last thing. Can you tell me when the restaurant stops serving breakfast? I haven't eaten yet.
Breakfast stops at 10, but you can still order other food in the restaurant anytime.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. I better get going.
You're welcome. Have a good day, sir.
Fernanda, other food. Yes, that's right. Okay, so if you pay attention here, you have the indirect questions. Could you tell me where the bank is? Is one indirect question. And another indirect question is, do you know what time it opens? And then you have another indirect question here. Can you tell me when the restaurant stops serving breakfast? These three questions are indirect. When are the questions indirect? When you are polite, when you are more formal. And when you are walking on the street and you say, excuse me, do you know where La Moneda is? Or, sir, can you tell me where Plaza de Armas is? So in that way, you are more formal, more polite, and you don't go straight to the question like, hi, where is La Moneda? You know, that's not formal, that's not polite. So it's necessary that you say, do you know, or can you tell me? Yes? Okay, so let's see here. We have complete the sentences with the words who, when, where, what, why, and how, or which. So now in this exercise, I'm going to check if you remember the WH words. Okay, Felipe Sepúlveda. Which one would you use here? Who, when, where, what, why, how, or which?
What? Did you know what to wear today?
Okay, I don't know what to wear today. Yes. Malcolm, number 2.
Do you know which one is cheaper?
Which one? Yes. Remember that you can use this in singular or in plural. You can say which one or which ones. Yes, when it's plural. Fernanda Torres, number 3.
Can you tell me how to use this?
How to use this. Felipe Orostica.
I am not sure who he say that.
Are you sure it's who?
Where? I don't know.
You don't know? Pato, do you know number 4?
I am not sure when he say that.
I am not sure when. Okay.
Where?
Jose Ignacio Moraga, what do you think is number 4?
I guess that is when. I am not sure when he said that.
Fernanda Torres, do you agree with Jose Ignacio?
Yes, miss.
But miss, you can say, I am not sure why he say that.
Yes, that's very good. Why? Because in number 5, we have when. I don't know when he will be back. Okay. Matias Calderon, number 6.
We don't not know. Which will you speak at the meeting?
Which is already used.
Okay.
And a person speaks, not an object.
How?
How?
How? Pardon?
We don't know how we'll speak at the meeting. A person speaks at the meeting. Fernanda Torres, what is the correct here, the WH? Who? We don't know who will speak. Nico Haddad. There's only one missing.
Where? We still do not know where he went.
Yes, okay. So here we have all the right answers. Nico, can you read, please? Number 1, I don't know.
I don't know what to wear today.
Continue, Nico.
Do you know which one is cheaper? Can you tell me how to use this? I'm not sure why he said that. I don't know when he will be back. We don't know who will speak at this meeting, and we still don't know where he went.
Yes. Okay, so here we have, a review of the WH questions, yes? In this conversation that I'm going to show you now, you are going, it's not a conversation, it's a video. Yes, in this video, they are going to show examples and the explanation of this, okay? So what I want you to do, please, is to take notes. Write, please, everybody. Write examples. Yes, please. Write some of the examples you have here in this video about the indirect
Una gran red
questions.
con presencia en 7 países. Reinventemos juntos la manera de hacer negocios. BCI, seamos diferentes.
Where's the regional rail line? Excuse me, can you tell me where the regional rail line is?
Yeah, it's that way.
Oh, thank you. We can ask direct questions in English and indirect ones. Can you tell me when the next train to Boston leaves?
8:35. Could you tell me how much a one-way ticket to Washington costs? $51.
Notice the word order of these questions. We often use indirect questions with strangers when we're asking for information and we want to be polite.
Do you know if the train to New York is on time?
Yeah, it is.
Do you know if there's a restaurant car on this train?
No, there isn't.
If it's a question with a yes or no answer, We can use if. We can use whether in the same way. Something else. We generally only use indirect questions at the start of a conversation. Can you tell me when the next train to Boston leaves?
8:35.
And what time does it get there?
1:40.
So indirect at the start and then direct after that. Where's the regional
Okay, we're going to watch this again for you to get more examples, okay? Please.
Where's the regional rail line? Excuse me, can you tell me where the regional rail line is?
Yeah, it's that way.
Oh, thank you. We can ask direct questions in English and indirect ones. Can you tell me when the next train to Boston leaves?
8:35.
Could you tell me how much a one-way ticket to Washington costs?
$51.
Notice the word order of these questions. We often use indirect questions with strangers when we're asking for information and we want to be polite.
Do you know if the train to New York is on time?
Yeah, it is.
Do you know if there's a restaurant car on this train?
No, there isn't.
If it's a question with a yes or no answer, we can use if. We can use whether in the same way. Something else. We generally only use indirect questions at the start of a conversation. Can you tell me when the next train to Boston leaves?
8:35.
And what time does it get there?
1:40.
So indirect at the start and then direct after that.
Okay, so what, please, tell me please, what questions did you write? Joaquin Quiroga, can you write in the chat? Jose Ignacio, please write another example in the chat. Pedro Riveros, write another example in the chat, please.
Miss, I wrote like when you use the direct and the direct and indirect question. I didn't write an example.
What did you write? Explain to me.
I write, for example, that when you use indirect questions, you use the could you tell me? It's more polite. And usually the first question is indirect and then you use the direct question.
Yes, I agree with you. It's totally right. You use indirect questions when you want to be more polite, and it's obvious that you have to be polite because if you're walking on the street and you say, "Hi, where is la moneda?" Come on, that's not appropriate. So you say, "Excuse me, do you know?" Or "Excuse me, can you tell me?" Or I wonder where la moneda is. Jose Ignacio Moraga wrote to everybody, do you know if there's a restaurant on the train? Very good. If there is, no if is there. Okay, anybody else? Marieta, can you write? Pedro Riveros, could you tell me when the next train to Boston leaves? Excellent. Pato, could you tell me where the regional rail line is? Very good. Marieta, do you have another one? Is Marieta there? No, Marieta is not there.
It's the same, sorry.
Can you tell me, but only one question? There are many more. For example, there's a question about Washington. Did you get that question about Washington?
No, I just got the 3 there.
The question about Washington, Malcolm, do you have it? Could you tell me how much a ticket to Washington costs? Very good, yes. Do you know if the train to Washington is on time? Yes, that's right, good. Pass, could you tell me how much a ticket to Washington costs? Good, pass. Okay, so Benjamin, do you know whether or if the train to New York is on time? Good, great. So thank you, Benjamin, because with yes, no questions, you use if or whether. But with what?
Miss, what is the meaning of weather?
If. Is if.
Do you mean exactly the same?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Yes. With WH questions, the story changes because you put to be, you know, normally at the end or after the personal pronoun, you delete do, does, did, yes, and you conjugate the verb, yes. So with WH questions, the story changes. So the direct question is, for example, where do, okay, let me see, what time? What time does the train leave? Yes, this is direct, it's the basic question. But here you have to say, do you know what time the train, no does, you delete does or do or did, and you conjugate the verb. Do you know what time the train, and you conjugate leave. So you say, what time the train leaves, yes? So you delete do and does, and you conjugate the verb. Sometimes no conjugation because it's without an S, but when it's he, she, it, you need to put an S, yes? Okay, another example. Let me see a direct question. Where does Anna work? Because this is not only for directions in the city. This is used in any circumstance in English. So where does Anna work? So I ask, can you tell me where Anna works? Yes, because it's, I have a present for Anna and I want to take the present to her house. So can you tell me where Anna works? So you delete do and does and you conjugate works. What happens? I'm gonna give you an example in past tense. What restaurant did you go to yesterday? What restaurant did you go to yesterday? So an indirect form would be, I need to know what restaurant you went yesterday. Yes? I need to know what restaurant you went. You delete did and you conjugate go, so you put it in past. I need to know. Yes? So we are going, this is, you know, the explanation. And we are going to do some exercises. Okay, please. Okay, before the exercises, guys, I am going to see the handout much better, please. Do you have your handouts there? I need handout number 5. You have your handouts? Okay, in this conversation, we have here a map. This is New York, I think, because we have the Central Park. And here you have a mixture of what we saw last class and also examples of indirect questions. You have, you know, the directions, turn right, keep going straight, And you also have indirect questions. Do you know where the closest bank is? Or do you know where one is open? Yes? Okay, so please, Felipe Sepúlveda, you are Mike in this conversation. And Fernanda Torres, you are Jane. Give me this conversation, please.
Excuse me, can you tell me the way to the museum?
Is Felipe there?
I'm sorry, miss. I'm mute. Okay. It is that way. Go straight ahead at the traffic light. Turn right, go along to the street, walk past the park, and keep going straight until you see the sign for the museum.
Great, thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
Go straight ahead, turn right, go along the street. Pato Lizama, you okay? Pass. You are Mary, please. Give me this conversation.
Excuse me. How do I get to the boss office?
Sorry, I'm not from around here.
Do you know where the closest bank is?
If you cross the street, you will find a bank there.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Pato, repeat after me. Closest bank.
Closest bank.
Okay, closest bank. Javier Muñoz, Pedro Riveros, next exercise, please. Excuse me.
I am Emily or Bill?
You are Emily, Javier.
Okay. Excuse me, I'm afraid I can find a petrol station. Do you know where one is?
There is one near here.
How do I get there?
At the bus stop, take the first right and go straight on. It is opposite the shopping mall.
Thank you so much.
Javier, repeat. Petrol station. Petrol station.
Petrol station.
Petrol station.
Petrol station.
No, petrol station.
Petrol station.
Yes, and Pedro, the same for you. Bus stop. Bus stop.
Bus stop.
Yeah, it's not necessary to say at the bus stop. You say at the bus stop.
Okay, miss.
Okay, and Nan, you're here. Who is the person that has problems today? Because I cannot read the chat so much. Es
Cristóbal Peso. Me avisó a las 10, sí, pero a mí se me había olvidado avisarle a usted.
Yeah, don't worry. Felipe Rostic and Hernan, give me this conversation, please. Excuse me, Felipe.
Excuse me, is there a hospital near here?
Yeah. Yes, there's one near here.
How far is it to the hospital?
It's not far, maybe 2 blocks from here.
Could you please give me?
It's that way. Go straight ahead. Take a right and,
Go straight ahead.
Go straight ahead and take a right at the junction. This straight road will lead you to the hospital.
To the hospital. Repeat after me. Hospital.
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 And Felipe, guide me. Please guide me.
Guide me. Guide me.
Guide me. Please guide me. So go straight ahead, take a right, yes. So in these conversations, you have, examples of directions. But now we are going to do practice. So here we have a conversation. Fernanda Torres, please, and Alexandra. Fernanda, you are me, and Alexandra is the person in the street.
Excuse me, could you tell me where the nearest station is?
Certainly. It's along the road on the right.
Thank you. And do you know if there's a supermarket near here?
Yes, there is one next to the station.
Thank you very much for your help.
So please remember that you can say certainly. What is the pronunciation here? Certainly.
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 When do you use certainly? You say certainly when you say, yeah, no problem. Yes. But remember, please, to use these words when you speak. So you have the word and the pronunciation is not in audio, but here you have certainly. So, certainly. Repeat after me. Certainly.
Okay.
Certainly.
Certain. Our certainly is.
Because it's surely, definitely. I will certainly try to help if it certainly is hot outside. So I will certainly try to help you. By all means, I will try to help you. Yes? Okay, another example. Where is the bank? Could you tell me where the bank is? Remember that you put the is after the personal pronoun or at the end of the sentence. When you have questions with yes or no, you have to use if. Is he Spanish? Can you tell me if he is Spanish? So what you do is to put if or whether, and then instead of is he, you say he is. So you put it after the he. Yes? Please, Sebastián, Felipe Sepúlveda, give me the indirect question here. Is the restaurant closing now, Felipe?
Can you tell me if the restaurant is closing now?
Yes, very good. Paz, was he late for the meeting?
Can you tell me if he was late for the meeting?
Yes, so you put if or whether, and then instead of was he, you invert and say he was. Yes? Okay, Fernanda Santis. Let's see another example with present perfect, for example. Has Lucy been to Mexico?
Can you tell me if Lucy has been to Mexico?
Yes, that's right. Let's see an example with will. Jose Ignacio, will she start her new job next week?
Can you tell me if she will start her new job next week?
Matias Calderon, let's see an example with should. Should we start now, Mati?
Can you tell me if we should start now?
We should, Mati,
Should.
should. Yeah, yes. So those are the yes, no questions because it says will, is, has, is, was, were, yes. Now you have here information. Why, when, what, where, how long, etc. And here you say, why is he unhappy? Can you tell me why he is unhappy? So here, instead of is he, you put he is. When is the restaurant closing? Can you tell me when the restaurant is closing? Yes? Another example, Javier Munoz. Why was he late for the meeting?
Can you tell me why he was late for the meeting?
With present perfect, Pato, where has Lucy been?
Can you tell me where Lucy has been?
So you put where and then you change the order. And with should, for example, Felipe Rostica, what should we do now?
Can you tell me what we should do now?
Yes, so in these cases, guys, you change the order. Yes, you change the order. Instead of should we, you say we should, etc. But here is where you delete, you eliminate do, does, did, yes? And you conjugate the verb if it's necessary. For example, here, where does David live? Can you tell me where David lives? Because it's he. Why did Amanda call John yesterday? Can you tell me why Amanda called? You are conjugating the verb. Yes? Okay, Benjamin. Where is Benjamin?
I'm here, miss. It's just I'm
Benjamin.
yawning too much and I don't want you to see it.
Yeah, okay. So change Benjamin, the direct questions to indirect, and always you have to use could you tell me?
Could you tell me if she swims?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
If she can swim?
Yes, that's right. Because it's can, she
Yes.
can. You put swims when it's does.
Okay.
Malcolm, number 2.
Could you tell me when they can come? Or
Perfect.
came?
No, it's come. Jose Ignacio Moraga. Ought to Jose Ignacio is should. Yes, it's the same as should for suggestions.
Could you tell me whether I ought to work tomorrow?
Perfect. Whether or if. Excellent. Joaquín Quiroga.
Could you tell me why she must leave?
Why she must leave. Rodrigo, is Rodrigo somewhere there?
Yes,
Yeah.
miss, I'm here.
Okay, Rodrigo, I like your voice.
I'm sick. Okay, I have a
Why
cold.
are you sick? You have a cold or you have allergy?
Yes, no, I think I have both, to be honest, but I'm
Oh,
okay.
wow.
I don't know, with
It's always
must.
could you tell me?
Could you tell me why? Could you tell me why he must cook tonight?
But why is cook? Well, excuse me, why is why? This is a yes, no question.
Could you tell me? Could you tell me?
When you
I don't
use
know, miss.
when you use a yes, no question, you have to use if or whether. Like here, could you tell me if I ought to work? So could you tell me if
he must cook tonight?
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. Catalina Tapia. Fernanda Santis, number 6.
Could you tell me why should I should leave early?
Yes, I should, no should I.
Yes.
Marietta, how well can she swim? How well can she swim?
Would you tell me how well can she swim? No. How? Could you tell me how well she can swim?
Yes, that's right. Alexandra.
Can you tell me why why not he
Ought, Alexandra, ought is the same as should. Should, when you give suggestions. Could you tell me why?
Why he should to become a doctor?
Why he ought. Why he ought to become a doctor, or why he should become a doctor. Matias Calderon. This is a yes, no question, so you have to use if or whether.
Okay. Could you tell me if he can work on Monday?
Yes, very good. Felipe Orostica, number 10, please.
Could you tell me Why they can't leave now?
Why they can't leave now.
Now.
Yes. Yes, very good. Okay, pass. Should he get there before 7 o'clock?
Could you tell me? Could you tell me he should get there before 7? No.
It's a yes, no question. Yes, no question.
Could you tell me if he should get there before 7?
Yes, he should get there before 7 because the ceremony begins at 7:30. So he should get there before 7. Malcolm.
Could you tell me when we should go?
Yes, Jose Ignacio Moraga.
Can you tell me if he can come to the restaurant?
Felipe Orostica.
Can you tell me she must leave?
But you have something missing. It's a yes, no question. You have to use if or whether.
Can you tell me if she must leave?
Yes, yes, very good. If she must leave. Yeah, she must leave now because she is drunk, completely drunk, and she's doing a scandal in this party. So she must leave now. Believe me. Felipe Sepúlveda, number 15.
Could you tell me if no? Could you tell me what we can bring onto the plane?
Yes, what we can't bring. Pedro.
Could you could you tell me whether I should take this medicine?
Yeah, whether or if. No, you shouldn't take this medicine because it's due. You know how to say in English when something is not possible to have because the time passed? Is due. Is in this case, I don't see, here the definition, but it's vencido. Vencido, okay, babies? So, due is vencido. It's not in here, but
Do.
due.
Do.
And in
Due.
due. I sometimes have British pronunciation.
Due.
Due. Yeah, it's due. It's due or it's due. In America, say due. In England, due. So you shouldn't take that medicine, Pedro, because it's due or because it's due. Okay, Pato, number 17.
Please. Could you tell me who she ought to see?
Excellent, Hernan.
Could you tell me if they can arrive before 6?
Yes, Javier Muñoz.
Could you tell me if when must he meet the boss?
One more time, please.
Could you tell me when must he meet the boss or no? Or no?
I don't think so. Again, could
Could
you
you
tell?
tell me? Could you tell me if when must he meet the boss?
This is not a yes no question, so this is here. It's not necessary to use if or whether. You only say when. Could you tell me when, and then you invert the order here.
He
Could
must,
you?
no?
Yes. Give me the complete sentence. Could you?
Could you tell me when he must meet the boss?
That's right. Yes. That is correct, guys. Excellent. Okay, so now you are going to do this exercise, guys, in groups. in groups. I'm going to copy the link here in your chat. And you are going to do this by yourselves without my help. So this is the link, is in your chat. You have 5 minutes to choose, you know, one of these answers, yes? Wonder is me pregunto, huh? It's another way of indirect questions. I was wondering is the same thing, okay? What else can you hear? I wonder, yes, wonder. You say, pardon me, when it's very formal. Instead of excuse me, it's pardon me. And what else can cause you trouble here? Would you mind telling me? It's very formal. Instead of can you tell me, if you are talking, you know, to a very important person, you say, oh, would you mind telling me? It's very, very elegant. Hmm? Okay, and the rest is not gonna give you
Miss,
trouble. Yeah, ask me.
when you use would you mind, is always formal?
Very formal, yes.
Okay.
Very formal. Okay, so we're going to have 7 groups and I'm gonna give you some time, please. Join the groups and do this exercise together. Okay, are you back? Most of you?
Yes, miss.
I am checking how many students are back. Yeah, now I have more students. Yes, okay, thank you. So, Benjamin, what do you have? Benjamin, who did you work with?
I work with Jose Ignacio and Javier.
Muñoz.
Yes, Javier Muñoz.
Okay, what do you have in the first one?
Where do you live? Could you tell me where you live?
Okay, it's correct. Very good. Paz, who did you work with?
With Rodrigo Vildósola y Malcolm.
Okay, so can you tell me number 2?
Yes. I wonder when the building was constructed.
Yes, that's correct. Excellent. Did you analyze why the other options were not possible? For example,
Yes.
here, could you tell me when was? No, because to be is after the building. So you can say, could you tell me when the building was constructed? And here, if is not necessary because this is a WH question, not a yes, no question. Fernanda Torres, who did you work with?
With Matias Calderon.
Okay, what is number 3?
Excuse me, do you know if there is a bank near here?
Correct, excellent. Catalina Tapia, who did you work with?
With Hernan and Felipe Sepulveda.
And what do you have in number 4?
I was wondering how often he arrives late for work.
Perfect, very good. Okay, Alexandra, who did you work with? Who did you work with? Who was your classmate? Marieta, okay.
And what time, no, what type of car have you got? Can you tell me what types of car you have got?
This one?
Yes.
Okay, type. What type of car? Yes, correct. Very good. Okay, Pato, who did you work with? Pato?
Sorry, I am not. How much time do you spend watching TV? I wonder how much time you spend watching TV.
Yes, that's right. Okay. And Nan, number 7.
Which football team do you support? Would you mind telling me which football team you support?
You support. Excellent. Malcolm, number 8. This is wrong, guys. This is a mistake here. Don't worry, because the answer that you have will be wrong, but it's correct. What do you have, Malcolm?
But I put the number 3. Would you mind telling me what time it is? But the first one is the correct. Pardon me. What time it is?
No, the correct one is the second one, but it doesn't appear here correctly. Why this is correct? Because here you say it is instead of is it. Yes, pardon me, what time is it is not possible.
It is.
Because it's it is. Okay, but don't worry because this was a mistake from the page.
Miss,
Yeah.
but if you change the order of the is it, it's right, or not?
No,
You can tell.
you have to change the order. It's
Yes,
obligatory.
but if you say, pardon me, what time it is, it's right, or not?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
This is correct. Yeah. Okay, Joaquin Quiroga, do you have number 9?
Yes, miss. Where are you going to finish the project? And I'm not sure when you are going to finish the project.
Yes, it's correct. Remember that indirect questions is not only can you tell me or do you know? Sometimes it's I'm not sure. Sometimes it's I wonder or I have no idea also. Yes? Hernan, number 10.
How old is John? I wonder how old John is.
Yes, correct. Thank you. Okay, so next class we will continue with more practice on indirect questions. Yes, and on Friday, next Friday, you are going to have a written test, units 1 and 2, by Socrative. So I advise that you start studying in advance, okay, beforehand. So we're going to finish with this unit about looking for places next Wednesday, and on Friday, a written test. Yes? For next class, you have homework. Yes, you have pages 132, 133 is your homework for next class. Okay? Any questions, comments?
No, miss. It was a good class.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I hope that you can understand the change in the structure because you show, you know, when you are an educated person and you speak good English, you show it. And people that are native speakers realize and say, oh, this guy studied English, you know, because normally the typical error is, excuse me, do you know where is Plaza de Armas? You're going to say now, excuse me, do you know where Plaza de Armas is? The same when you are in the office, yes? In the office working in a project. Do you know when the deadline of this project is? No, when is the deadline? So it's, you know, something that you need to incorporate because it's very, very much used. You know, you converse and you talk and you chat with people and you say, do you know, can you tell me, or I wonder, or I have no idea. So this is very useful. Okay, so thank you so much for your participation today, and we will see each other again next Wednesday. Yes, next Wednesday. No, next Wednesday. Yes. I am kind of lost. Yes, Wednesday at 8:15 and Fridays at 10 o'clock. Yes. Okay, I am tired too. And it's also, you know, my allergy that I feel weak. Have a great weekend. Relax, take it easy, be patient. Everything is going to happen soon. Please. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
miss.
miss. Have a good weekend.
Nice weekend.
Care.
Thank you.
Bye, Annan. Bye, Benjamin.
Bye, miss.
Bye, bye.
Have a nice weekend. Bye.
Bye, bye, Felipe. Thank you. Bye, Nico. Pedro. Thank you.
Bye, Miss. Thank you.
Bye, Marieta.
Miss,
Yes?
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How can I practice my English in a conversation? Because I have problems to connect the sentences. I don't know if for vocabulary or knowing.
Just speaking, you know, with people, speaking with other people. It's the only way, or talking to yourself in the mirror, speaking. To improve conversation, the only way is talking. Because you have good pronunciation, you have good grammar, you have good vocabulary for the level, but you need to talk more to people. And also to listen to more English, for example, series in Netflix.
I watching movies with subtitles in English and the audio.
Yeah, you are going to improve little by little, but try to speak English with yourself also in the mirror. Talk to yourself. Sometimes you cannot talk to your wife or to your baby, but and now in pandemic it's even worse.
Okay, Miss.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pedro.
Bye.
Have a good weekend.
You too.